Okay, welcome back. Now we're going to do page 14 out of the book. And this is when we learn full G7 chords and full G major chords. When you play the full G7, the fingering that is in the book is correct. Third finger on G, second finger on B, and then our one finger goes all the way back to remember where we were playing easy G7. So you need to make sure that your one goes all the way across. If you're having problems reaching the third finger G, make sure your elbow is tucked in towards your guts. Okay, you got to turn it in so that you have enough room. If you're sitting like this, you're never going to reach like that. So make sure you drop your elbow in. The most important note in a full G7 chord is the F. Okay, if you don't play the F, it's not a G7 chord. It's just a partial G chord. You got to have the F. So make sure that you strum all 6 strings when you play a full G7 chord, if that makes sense. Okay? Now, this is the same page that we learn a full G major chord. And the fingering that is in the book is wrong. Okay? We want a 2 finger on G for this, and we want a 1 finger on B, and we want a 3rd finger all the way down at the bottom to play the high G. Like this. And so we get G, B, D, G, B, and G on top. Once again, it's a full G chord, so make sure that you strum all 6 strings. Okay, the listener wants to hear this note last. That's what our ears need to hear. Okay, so I'm going to play this progression. Remember, this is with full C's, full G chords, and full G7 chords. So what we're going to do is we're going to strum on the first 2 beats of the measure, and then I'm going to give you 2 beats to change to the next chord. And I'll call out the chords and try and keep up. We'll go nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change to A minor. Change to D. Change to A7. Change to D7. Change to G major. Change to G7. Change to C major. Good. Now when you're playing this progression, obviously one of the most difficult chord changes is going to be from the G major to the G7. So I tell all my students that you have to have targets for your fingers. When you're playing a G major and you're going to play a G7 next, you have to anticipate putting your 3rd finger where your 2nd finger is. And when you change to the G7, all those fingers should land at the same time, ideally. You could spend a bunch of time changing back and forth between G and G7. Sorry, I had a phone call. So spend time changing between G and G7. Okay, you can practice going 1, 2, 3, 4, G major, and then G7, G major, G7, G major, C7. Okay, so I hope that helps. And go back to the beginning of the video and play the progression again with me. Okay, have a nice day.